the 17th of Adar, according to one opinion here, is the Hilula of Rabbi Petachya Mordechai Berdugo. I heard from somewhere else, it might have been in the Chaf Adar at some specific date in of its own, but it's the Hilula of the great rabbi. I believe he was actually born in the English year 1764 and passed away in 1820. He was born and became a great rabbi in Meknes in Morocco, respectively, a place we've spoken about on various occasions before. Inside this city, was known as one of the wise great rabbis of that vicinity, especially during the 18th and the 19th century, and he'll become the author of the Shut, the Sheelot Shuvot book, called the Shut Nofet Sufim and the Ptuchei Chotem, respectively. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now, he was born, as we stated before, in the year 1764 in Meknes, and he came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rabbi Kutiel Berdugo, and came from the great rabbinic dynasty of the Berdugo family. I mean, they would actually, let's say, many great rabbis of Berdugo were from the previous hundreds of years in of itself. I believe he was named Mordechai after his grandfather, and there was another significance within regards to the name Ptachya in of itself. He would be appointed later on as a dayan, a judge in the vicinity. Now, I think even at the time while his father was still living and ran the different, let's say, paskei dins in of itself, and would sit inside would learn Torah under the auspices of his father over there. He would be inside the Bet Din, Jewish court, along with other great rabbis, including the famous Rabbi Raphael Berdugo and Rabbi Baruch Toledano, great rabbis at that point in time. And they were grappling, let's just say, with regards to different halachic questions at that point in time, because it was a very robust and very important time within regards to halacha, Jewish law, and there was an academy of great Torah study in that vicinity at that point in time. I think at a later stage, just go back to the name Ptachya, I think that was added not when he was born, but at a later stage in time. He would rely, usually reported over, on his father's great Torah rulings, and they would have robust debates, him and Rabbi Raphael Berdugo, on various different matters within regards to halacha in of itself. He would cite his father's references when rendering halachic Torah law decisions, and very interesting enough, he would teach many students, answer the most difficult questions, let's just say within regards to Talmud and within regards to Jewish law, halacha, and debate issues of philosophy and faith, I believe, with the various different Muslims, Gentiles, various different people, and will always win the debates respectively. He would establish, it was reported over, different customs, especially through using halachic brilliance and lens. One of the cases, I believe, which you would actually speak about and render a decision on, is within regards to the status of chagavim, naturally known as grasshoppers. And however, I believe it will be Rabbi Chaim ben Natar would disagree necessarily on these things, but it was definitely very different, robust debate at that point in time in Meknes within regards to it. So it just shows caliber of the great rabbis there were at this point in time. His younger brother will be Rabbi Yaakov Berdugo, who would later on become a head of Jewish court, Bet Din, in Meknes respectively, and would be his student also, learn brilliant Torah. Now it's reported over, he passed away, he was about 57 years of age. It was on the 17th of Adar, according to the Wikipedia opinion, and it's among, I think he had a son called Meir, but it was reported over that both Meir and his wife were murdered by an Arab. Obviously, anti-Semitic incident over here. You just show how bad anti-Semitism has been all throughout Jewish history. Very much it was at that stage in time, unfortunately, also. Now, he left great Torah books also, which we will just speak about for a minute, the great rabbi did. The Shut Nofet Sufim was a great book, I believe, based on the 4 chalakim, the 4 sections of the Code of Jewish Law, of the Shulchan Aruch, respectively. This will come out in the Hebrew year Heit Hafresh Tzadik Chet in Casablanca in Morocco. I believe maybe another publication would be printed in the city of Bet Shemesh, where I'm actually living and recording this from. Then there was a Ptuchei Chotem, which is another great Torah book. I think this is based on various different teachings on the Shas, the Talmud Bavli in of itself. This was printed in Jerusalem in the year Tav Shin Mem, and the various different chidushim, let's just say, are mentioned from manuscript form in of itself. So you see the great rabbi of his time. I believe he was actually buried in Morocco, in Meknes. He was, and he passed away in the year 1820. This was, we're talking about 205 years ago from the time of recording. And really, you see the highest caliber of rabbanim that there were at that stage in time all throughout Morocco. Friends were a community community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. We've already covered in this series approximately 830 rabbis over here. If you happen to be related to any of the great chachamim we are speaking about, please let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Share the videos with other people that might be interested in videos. We're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. So wishing you well, take care and be well.